Hi loves, happy welcome to this new video. My name is Pia. I'm an astrologer and a manifestation coach. And in today's video, I'm talking about the new moon in Aries, which is happening on the 29th of March at 7 a.m. in the morning. And what I'm going to do today is I'm sharing with you, based on the cards that I've pulled, what kind of energy the new moon in Aries is going to awaken in us, what this time around the new moon is helping us to do, helping us with, and yeah, what we are basically moving into when it comes to this new moon and the new year, the new astrological year, because this new moon is basically the beginning of the new astrological year. And it's super exciting because it basically is yeah, inviting us into a new beautiful beginning, into a new cycle. And before this new moon, which is not a lot of time anymore, we are basically called to let go of everything that doesn't need to come into this new cycle anymore. Okay, so um, the new moon is happening on 9 degrees of Aries. So wherever you have this new moon in your chart is going to be the area that is most activated. Also, if you have specific planets around 9 degrees of Aries, these might be triggered right now. So definitely check out your chart if you want to have a personal reading with me on this new moon, on this new astrological year, where I'm going into the energies with you and how these energies are basically helping you to transform, to step into a new version of yourself, then definitely reach out to me. I'm doing one-on-one readings from 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah, definitely reach out to me if you are curious about that. You can reach out to me on Instagram at Pia Koban. And without further ado, let's go into the video. So with this new moon, what I immediately got from the energy is that it's very spring-like. I see a lot of flowers. I feel like we are basically blooming. This is the start of our blooming phase, this new moon. And I see a lot of love. I see healing, especially when it comes to our relational patterns. Um, Probably you have felt a little bit unsettled, especially the last few weeks, but especially actually the last 2 weeks, because we started eclipse season with the full moon in Virgo. And we also are still in Venus retrograde. We just finished Mars retrograde, and we still have Mercury retrograde until about mid-April. So I feel like this new energy, this blooming phase, is definitely starting with the new moon. But I feel until mid-March or until mid-April, we are going to still have a little bit of, unraveling to do. You might get, yeah, you might get clarity around mid-April on what you are basically meant to grow into in this new phase of your life, in this new astrological year. What is the version of yourself that is, meant to come out of this shift in the energy. But what I see, as I said, is a lot of blooming. I feel like you have been in a little bit of place of feeling triggered a lot, especially by a few, like by a lot of different things. I feel like the energy is like really, you know, a little bit unsettling. As I said, maybe there are like certain issues blopping up that you didn't see coming. That could be around financial things, maybe unexpected invoices that you didn't see coming. Or maybe there are some conflicts coming up with your family at the moment, or with somebody that is close to you, or I don't know, with a friend. with your partner, maybe even. So I feel like there are a lot of these like fires at the moment popping up everywhere. And we are kind of like in this space of trying to balance everything and trying to move through that. But it can feel, as I said, a little bit unsettling. And what I very much feel with this new moon is that we are also meant to use these like triggers, to use these like things that pop up at the moment as ways to heal from past wounds, as ways to release old emotional energy, and really care for you on a deeper level. Yeah, we are really called to care for ourselves on a deeper level, knowing that just because these things are popping up and there are a lot of like, constructions around you, Baustellen, it doesn't mean that you are doing something wrong, or it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It just means that, you are basically invited from the universe to step up your self-love game and know that it's not about being perfect at the moment. With the South Node in Virgo and the North Node in Pisces, it's just about trust. It's about surrendering to the moment and knowing that it's not about us like having to figure it all out by ourselves. It's not about us doing everything correct. It's not about us, you know, feeling on top right now. It's just about loving yourself as best as you can, being patient with yourself, being compassionate with yourself, and see those like triggers, as I said, as a way to nurture yourself more, as a way to heal your inner child. Maybe your inner child feels like not good enough. Maybe your inner child feels like, oh my God, what's happening? All of these things are popping up. I don't know where to start. I feel like there's something wrong with me, or I feel like as I said, I'm not good enough. Um, yeah, I can't handle this or whatever. Try to really be the parent right now to your inner child and give yourself as much love as possible. The more you are compassionate with yourself at the moment, the better it is, the easier it is for you to move through this time, and the more you can also harness the energy of this beautiful new moon, because this new moon is coming with a lot of beautiful perspective shifts, with a lot of healing, as I said, in relationships. I feel like your heart is opening this new moon is really opening your heart. It's allowing you to see clearly. As I said, maybe the clarity is coming a little bit delayed. But I think we already, with this new moon, we have the first really big insights on what we have to like what we are growing into, and what this next chapter is all about, and the beauty and the abundance that's coming with this. I feel like there is a lot of clarity coming in already with this new moon, which gives us a sense of peacefulness, which gives us a sense of relaxedness, and knowing that we are supported, trusting the universe. And we are really like, I see this card now. Imagine yourself being the star that is held by the universe at the moment. It's like you can trust that you are held in this time, and that you are becoming the star in the hands of the universe. That's what I'm getting from this card. So beautiful. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, it might be especially felt in the way you are showing up, the way you are publicly showing up, the way you are, um, expressing yourself. I feel like you are becoming more authentic, more connected to your heart. For some of you, it might be in your relationships. It can be both. That you're showing up more authentically, that you're sharing yourself vulnerably, and yeah, that you're just like allowing yourself to be human, not feeling this pressure to do it all perfectly, but knowing or experiencing that you are loved for just who you are and that you are loved for just being you, being human. I feel like, yeah, we are just yeah, I feel like we are, the more we can love ourselves at the moment, the more we can like go through this time with like the most compassion and most self-love, the easier it is for us to also shift into the state of I am loved for who I am, and I'm going to attract situations, people into my life that are really loving me for who I am, for this new yeah, for this new authentic version of myself that I'm stepping into. Um, and as I said, like your self-love is going to be the trigger for that. Your depth of love towards yourself is going to be the trigger for that. What I also pulled are two beautiful cards for this new moon, the deer. It's such a beautiful deck. It's the, I don't know if it's, yeah, it's the Alchemy of the Spirit deck. This is the deer, and it's talking about loyalty to yourself. Um, Really, I feel like this is also standing up, is also about standing up for yourself, knowing that you don't have to be, as I said, perfect, that you are basically also giving your inner child that trust and that feeling of I got you. Um, and yeah, not engage anymore in maybe relationships that are not really fulfilling, not engaging in old behaviors that are not really fulfilling, not engaging in maybe addictions that are not fulfilling, that are just like quick fixes, but they never really feel like satisfying on a deep level. I feel that's something that is also coming up with this new moon, that you are letting go of like these old habits or behaviors in relationships or just towards yourself that are not really, aligned with your highest purpose, with your highest potential. And you are just saying no to that, and you can really trust yourself in being loyal to yourself and being like caring towards yourself, and that you just know that you deserve you deserve the best. And if you really truly feel that you deserve the best, and you are also doing the things that are leading to you to move towards a life that is truly fulfilling and a life that is truly like aligned with with your worth. Um, then I pulled the Otters, which is also again about relationships. We are now like moving out of Aries, as Venus is moving out of Aries, and into Pisces. So, yeah, there is like this feeling of we're just opening our hearts to loving more unconditionally. I feel like our hearts are opening towards people. Our hearts are just like more able to hold ourselves, but then also hold more compassion for others. I feel like we're really growing into versions of ourselves where we can see ourselves also in the other person, and therefore being much more kind and loving and compassionate with other people, even if they might, even if there are some wounds being triggered. But yeah, it's just like, I feel like we are opening our hearts to ourselves, but then also to other people. That's what I'm really seeing here. Maybe for some of you, this means that you are stepping into this new phase of your life where love is finding you easier, or where you are just like more connected, where you feel more connected to the people that are already in your life. So I feel like there's a lot of like opening of the heart, like connection building, and just like this feeling of belonging. Yeah, I feel like there's way more belonging in this new chapter of your life. You feel more connected to the people in your life. You feel more joyful, more open-hearted, and as a result of that, they're going to, you know, there are your basically your relationships are becoming more beautiful. They are getting an upgrade, and you just feel, yeah, way more excited and joyful in your relationship. So that's really, really beautiful. I also pulled some tarot cards that basically just these tarot cards basically just describe what I just said. I feel like we are closing out a cycle, an old cycle of a lot of worrying and overthinking, like also judging ourselves and others. I feel like we're really letting go of that. Having this like critical mindset, and this new moon is really, illuminating the spaces in which we are, in which is really illuminating for us how we can do that, how we can, be more compassionate with ourselves, but then also with others. And yeah, giving us more clarity on that. It's a new beginning. The Page of Wands is always about a new beginning, a new passionate beginning of some sort. And the Four of Wands is talking about luck. It's also 11:11, but there's also this couple. So this could, for some of you, this could be like stepping into a new era or a new phase in your relationship. For other people, that could mean a new relationship. For other people, that could mean that you are, you're building more, you're building a strong and deeper bond to somebody in your life. So this is really beautiful. And then the Queen of Wands, which is talking all about self-worth. So you really sitting in your throne, knowing who you are, really. It's about knowing who you are. And yeah, just feeling and I also see now this is like the Aries symbol. So feeling worthy of receiving the love that you truly desire. I feel like you're stepping into this version of yourself that feels like truly, yeah, just feels truly deserving of the love that you desire. And the new moon in Aries is going to show you how you can embody that even more, how you can embody like this inner sense of I am good enough, or I am more than enough. I'm actually so deserving of the love that I truly wish for. So I feel like this new moon is going to really help us in doing that, in, yeah, just allowing us to see who we truly are. And by that, we are calling in the love that we truly desire. And the Eight of Wands is always talking about like fast energy. Aries is a very passionate sign. It's a very fast energy. I feel like with Aries season, and also then going out of the retrogrades, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, mid of April, the energy is really picking up again. And we are able to move forward in a way that feels much more aligned, that feels much more, healthy and beautiful and enjoyable. And yeah, I feel like there are a lot of just beautiful gifts coming our way in this new phase of our life, in this new astrological year. And it's going to shock you a little bit, or maybe it takes you a little bit off guard, but it's definitely going to fulfill you on a heart level. You're going to lighten up. You're going to feel, yeah, more excited, more alive. So that's what I'm getting from this card. So there's a lot of beautiful energy coming into your life. And as I said, the new moon in Aries is really, helping you to see clarity, to understand what you are meant to move into, what you are meant to release in terms of old emotional baggage from the past, from past hurt, from your childhood, old, patterns. And yeah, is really a very, very healing. This is a very, very healing new moon. It allows you to just feel more trust within yourself and with your surrounding, and basically, yeah, just blooming in a new way. And I feel like we are just at the beginning. The flower is just like, you know, coming out of the soil or of the water, whatever kind of flower you are imagining. But it's a very beautiful, beautiful new moon, very positive energy, and it allows us to really, yeah, step into a life, into a future that feels so much more aligned with our highest self, with our true selves. And so excited for this new moon. I hope this video was helpful, guys. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Let me know how you like this video. Give me give me a heart, a red heart, if you made it until the end. And yeah, I would say I wrap up this video. I send you so much love. I send you so much peace in this current chaotic time with the eclipse and the retrogrades. And I hope you are moving through it very gracefully. And I see you on the other side. Bye, loves.